I'm excited to look at my top prospect in 2022, Joe Hurlburt. What's going on today, bro?
What's up, man? How are you?
I'm pretty good, man. Well, let's just get right into this. You are a guy in 2022 that coach has been able to start calling now in the past couple months. Your offers have been ticking up a lot recently. Take us through what it feels like to be in the position you're at.
It's just a blessing. I've been working really hard ever since I've been little, so it's a blessing to get these offers and looks that I've been getting.
And take us to that first day. I mean, I heard got a lot of offers that day. A lot of people were calling you. What was that first day coach could call you? What was that day like?
It was pretty crazy. Just because you've never been able to like actually communicate with coaches over the phone, and then you've got like a day where all day you're pretty much just sitting there talking to coaches about their program. So it was a crazy day.
So one of your first offers was the hometown team, North Dakota, but you've now added Colorado, Iowa, North Dakota State, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Nevada, Iowa State, Ohio State. I mean, the list goes on. What's all these schools like? Who's showing the most interest?
Yeah. Obviously all the schools that have offered me have been showing interest, but Uh, I'd say the schools that I'm prioritizing me the most would be probably Ohio State, Colorado, Wisconsin, Iowa. Nebraska has been texting me quite a bit, but
Let's talk about some of those programs. One of those, Ohio State, you mentioned, they just landed a pretty big recruiting class so far in 2021. When you see a school be able to go out there and land multiple top players, how much more appealing does that make a school?
yeah, obviously Ohio State's a very big time and successful program, and they're going to land top guys just because of how big their stage is, and they have a great coaching staff. So
And Colorado would be playing the Pac-12. Conference that's really on the rise. They just had one of the conferences with the most top five players in the country. You see the way the Pac-12 is playing. What do you like about that kind of brand of basketball?
oh yeah, the Pac-12 is a super cool conference. Just the West Coast in general is just an awesome place, and yeah, Colorado is a very high class program. I have a lot of respect for Coach Tad Boyle, so I really like Colorado for sure.
You mentioned Coach Boyle. I mean, he's obviously a great coach, but you've been talking to these coaches. What's kind of the feel like? What's kind of the coaches that you like that you're starting to learn personality wise, game style wise? What are you looking for in a coach?
Um, I'll definitely look for someone that'll push me, but also I want to be like comfortable talking to them, and I just want to make sure that I can trust them. And yeah, that's probably the main couple things.
And you are in Dakota. I mean, talk about growing up out there. What's it like out there?
Yeah, obviously it's not as populated as some of these big states, and it's not as well known for basketball. But I think we've got some players over here that don't get as much recognition. I think because of maybe their AU program isn't like the coaches aren't watching as much. But yeah, I'm just trying to put on for my state for sure.
And that's something I think a lot of people don't realize how hard it is. I mean, coming from a California, or Texas, New York, whatever, you're going to get found. But playing all the way out there, it's hard to kind of rise above that. How have you managed to just get yourself all these offers, get yourself highly viewed, get a lot of offers, get a lot of rankings? How have you managed to rise above that?
So yeah, my parents reached out to D1 Minnesota, so I just started playing with them, and they've got a really good connection of coaches that they know. So they've just been getting my name out there and making sure I have all the opportunities I can get.
Absolutely. And so take us to that first day when that first offer came in for you. How did you learn about the offer and just take us through what your reaction was to it?
Yeah, Coach Tad Boyle called me and said he's offered me a scholarship, so I just was super happy and thrilled, and it was a great feeling for sure.
Were you shocked to get it?
Uh, I've been talking to them for a while, so
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say I was shocked, but yeah.
Which offer so far would you say has kind of been the most surprising one to you?
Um, Surprising. The Ohio State one was pretty cool to get just this pat like maybe 2 weeks ago. That was cool.
No doubt. So, I mean, we've talked now about some of the schools that have offered you at this point. What schools have yet to offer you? Who's showing you a lot of interest, but have yet to give you the offer?
Oh yeah, I've been talking to Arizona, Marquette. Let's see here. Oregon State, a couple other schools. I can't really think off the top of my head right now, but
Would you say out of any of those schools, you kind of see one of those offers coming in pretty soon?
I'm not sure. I hope so.
Gotcha. And a lot of these schools are spread out all across the country that you brought up so far. Would you say staying close to home, is that any kind of importance to you?
Uh, it'd be cool to stay close to home, I guess, but that's not really going to be one of the main factors. I don't think I'd be fine flying and starting something new if that's where I see myself fitting in best.
Without a doubt, man. And let's kind of talk about overall just playing where you want to go. I mean, obviously, there's going to be a lot of different factors that affect your recruitment process. What's some of the biggest things that you want to see from a college that will attract you to one?
Yeah, I just want to be really comfortable with the coaches, and then I want to make sure my play style fits the program that I'm going into, and I just want it to feel like home and uh, just be really comfortable out there.
And for you personally, let's talk about high school a little bit. You're a guy that is now a top player. People know who you are. And I'm sure some schools might have been reaching out to you now about possibly transferring, going to bigger prep school in maybe another state or something. Is that something you've either considered for this upcoming season or season?
Uh, a lot of schools have been contacting me.
Mhm.
I'm still not sure. The plan right now is to just stay in where I'm at, but yeah, we'll see.
Would you say COVID's kind of had a big impact on that decision?
Uh, I I don't think COVID's really necessarily played a big part in that decision.
Gotcha. And at the school you have been at, I mean, it's going to be your fifth season now there. You've been playing this in seventh grade. What was it like kind of just getting accustomed to the high school level so young?
Yeah, playing. I had a pretty good senior that I could look up to when I was in seventh grade, so I got showed the ropes early, and then yeah, it was definitely pretty physical for a seventh grader to hop in a varsity game. But yeah.
You didn't play as much as seventh grade year, but eighth grade year you really started playing. How are you kind of say, how would you kind of get used to that, being able to have a big spot on a team as only an eighth grader?
Uh, yeah. Uh, I was just I've always been playing up my whole life, so anything that different than playing like third to fifth grade, or I've been playing up. So
That's awesome. And talk about your twin brother. He's also a guy that has the Division One offers as well. What's it like just playing with him?
yeah, it's cool playing with Gus. We play off each other just because of how much we've played together, and we know like we can kind of read each other on the court, and like, oh, I know he's gonna cut right here, and whatever it might be, just because of how much we've been in the gym together and stuff.
That's big time. And as he continues to pull in offers too, would that be something you consider possibly want to team up with him at the college level?
I mean, it's possible. I I wouldn't say it's that likely, but I mean, I'm not ruling anything out yet.
Gotcha. And this past season, you eclipsed the 1,000 point mark, which is pretty incredible, especially for being a sophomore. You've got a lot of big time accolades already. How do you look to build on that now from the next couple of years?
Yeah. Hopefully, I can. If we have a season this year, which I'm hoping we do, I just want to. I'm pretty close to the school record. I think I've got like 400 points to go or something like that, and then hopefully get a state championship this year.
So you guys were 18-3 this past season. Pretty big year. Obviously, COVID came into effect for a lot of different things, but you guys did lose in the quarterfinals. How did you bet on that? What's the next goal for next season?
Yeah, I'm not trying to lose a game, to be honest. Like we didn't graduate anybody or in the starting lineup, so I'm just trying to win every game and hopefully get a state championship.
And you became one of the stars of the team last year, averaging over 21 points a game, 15 rebounds a game. Big time numbers for you. Where do you look to grow from that? What do you think you're capable of averaging next season?
Uh, I wouldn't say there's like specific numbers. I'm just trying to, you know, do everything I can to make the team win and whatever that might be, night in and night out.
And you also rebound aspect. When we talk about the 1,000 points, you're going to get up there for a lot of rebounds as well. I mean, what kind of rebound record would you want to go for?
So I'm pretty sure I'm on pace to break the all-time just North Dakota in general. So that's my goal, is to have the most rebounds of anybody in North Dakota history, and I'm on pace right now if I keep doing what I'm doing.
That's big time. And would you say this upcoming season you think you're capable of averaging possibly close to 20 rebounds a game?
Yeah, hopefully. I think I averaged 15 last year. It was so just being in the weight room, getting stronger. Hopefully, I can snag a couple more down.
No doubt, man. We talked about your brother, but your mom also was a basketball player, played at San Francisco. What's it like just having basketball kind of run in the family?
Yeah, she's been a great help. Just actually, her sister also played at Iowa, so that side of the family has always been like pretty athletic, and they've always had a pretty good idea on uh, just like coming up with just drills to do and stuff as a kid. So yeah,
Has she
it's been
ever hopped in any one-on-one games with you guys?
yeah. I'll play her every once in a while, 21 zipper or something like that.
For sure, man. You mentioned the AAU aspect before. You are running D1 Minnesota. That's a big-time program playing on the Adidas circuit. Why'd you choose them?
Uh, I really like the coaches uh, and the people in the program. Just a bunch of really good guys, and you'll get your name out there if you're running with them for sure.
And so AAU wise, obviously this keeps changing week in, week out. You don't really know what's going to happen. What's it look like? How many more AAU things do you guys think I might have this year?
Yeah, we're supposed to have some tomorrow and on Friday, I think, down in Minnesota, and then the weekend after we might go to Denver and play a thing. I think.
That's big time, man. A couple more things in base recruiting. We don't know when college will start opening up again, when you can start taking visits, but when that does open up, who are some of the schools you're planning on wanting to possibly take a visit to?
Uh, I'm not 100% sure yet, but probably just some of the schools that have offered me and take a couple official visits on whenever I can.
And you got a couple more years so you actually have to take this seriously. How do you kind of plan to get to that point? What are the factors that you're looking for in terms of narrowing it down to your top 10, top five, whatever that group is? What will it take for the school to make that group?
Uh, Honestly, just how I play in that program and my comfortability with the coach, and I would just make a little list and decide from there.
You also plan that we talk about D1 Minnesota. You have your brother. We talked about him a little bit. Just knowing a lot of the top guys, though, is possibly teaming up with someone. Is that something you talked to with anyone yet?
Uh, a little bit, yeah. I've talked to uh, me and Isaac Trout have been snapping the past couple of days, so I've been talking to him a little bit.
That's big time, man. A couple more things before I let you go. One thing I was like wrapping up with talking about is building a legacy for yourself. I mean, that's something I think everyone wants to do. So by the time you walk away from the game someday, what do you want that legacy to be for what you do both on the court as well as off of it?
Yeah, I just want to inspire people around from my area and let them know that it can be done from North Dakota, and you can play at the highest level if you just work really hard and do the right things.
Absolutely, man. Well, I definitely appreciate you taking time to come on, my guy, and look forward to seeing what God got next for you, bro. Of
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you for having me on.
course, man. You're always welcome on, man. God bless.
All right, you too.